All right, there are the most used bags, Tyler. Velrock minis here are. I've got it in multiple different things. I've got it sorted by monsters. Plus, I have a bag inside of it that is all of them in one bag because they are labeled by name. So you'll just right click on these and hit save object.
Did your character die on us, Tyler?
Wait, which one of us?
No.
You don't
save
like
object.
your jester?
You can't hit save object?
Oh, I was overlooking it because I'm dumb.
Don't say things like that. You just missed it.
I hate it when I'm the idiot in a situation and it's just
I'm
like
pretty dumb.
I can't when it's just like, oh hey, will you go grab me the thing off the shelf? And it's like, I don't see it. It's on the top shelf. Yeah, I'm looking at the top shelf, and they walk over and grab it off the top shelf, and I'm like, God damn it, I am the idiot.
There's nothing you can do about it because your
never
brain won't
admit
see it. It's right in front of you, but your brain won't acknowledge that it's there.
I hate that shit. It doesn't happen to me like all that often, but
Yeah.
often enough that
But
it's like,
it happens to everybody at some point.
you just go.
Never happens to me.
Yeah, of course
Never.
not.
Josh, you don't see. You always have your eyes closed.
Yeah.
You don't see anything.
Did you get all those, Tyler?
Yeah, can you OP me for a second so I can make sure I can have access to them now?
Wait, what?
Sorry.
Why do you need bags of effects?
He's setting up for the other campaign, kind of. Did you happen to get a chance to look at the AMD announcement for the GPUs, Tyler?
No.
No.
But
It's pretty neat.
I'm not
Okay.
looking at a whole lot right now because it'll make me want to buy stuff. And
Yeah.
I
understand.
It's only been a year since I got this, or less than a year since I got this computer. So
Right. I just they're pretty cool.
actually, I think I think it's been more than a year. 'Cause
Well,
I
you're on a
think
2070 Super, right?
Yeah.
So it's that was
been about a year.
2019, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was September last year because I was thinking about waiting until like Black Friday sales and stuff, and I was just like, fuck it, I want a new computer.
Yeah.
I don't want to wait 2 more months to not be able to run shit on good graphics.
Right. So the cool thing about the new AMD GPUs is that if you have the new CPUs, the new 5000 series CPUs, they have this new technology where the CPU can directly access the memory on the graphics cards.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it works the way if you're using those together, it works like the new consoles work, the way they set that up.
Yeah.
And it's gonna have like the direct
I got it all, thank you.
the direct storage that Microsoft uses. That's basically they worked with AMD to create that and all that.
That's cool. They might actually like bring back SLI if your GPUs can work with your CPUs, and
right.
It might actually behoove you to actually just get.
Well, I don't know that you need if you're doing it directly to the CPU. I don't know that you'd need to bridge your GPUs together at that point.
That's true. You could just plug them in. You wouldn't even have to connect them.
Right.
That'd be cool.
I mean, because that's how like rendering in Blender works. It uses each card individually.
Oh, does it? I didn't realize that.
Yeah. And it can use your CPU at the same time too, so you can be like doing. Actually, I don't know. Well, no, I think they have hybrid now, where you can have your CPU. Each core is like rendering a square, and then your GPU does one at a time. It just does it much faster.
Yeah.
All right, we ready to start? It's 2 minutes after.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey,
All
Gary,
right.
welcome to 2005.
Yep. What?
Your new internet speeds.
I know. Feels good. Hey, why are we using that? We got a party token now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm gonna actually save that just so I don't have to keep putting it back out there.
Sweet. So I don't remember.
He's just showing off his speeds, guys.
Where did we decide to stop?
All right, so we ended with you guys leaving the pilgrims. You guys were heading outside of the city along the high road in an attempt to go take a long rest.
Yep.
And I need a D8 roll from each of you,
I was really hoping you'd forget about that.
but I didn't.
Lewis already said he was going to remind him if he
I
would
take
forget.
notes. That is not a D8, Josh.
Just seeing how I'm gonna do this today.
Oh, I
And
better
it
check.
almost lied to me.
That,
My
I-
D20. That's my D20 carry. It's my
Okay.
D20.
I
Yeah.
was about to say.
My-
Yeah, I got a 5 on my other one.
My D20 was a 4 as well. I was like, God damn, that's really close.
I got a 1 over each. I'm gonna die this match.
Yep. Okay, so no random encounter. That is
Nope.
I
too
got
bad. I was
Carrie
honestly
might,
hoping for
since
one.
I rolled on my session roll was so low, he might
Yeah,
change that.
Yeah, you should- if you roll a 1 for your 20 roll, automatic encounter.
brother. Yeah.
All right. So you guys are able to make it outside of the city, away from the haze. And it takes you a little while, but you do find a nice little area along the cliff line. It is a pretty far drop down to the actual ocean.
Damn. I was gonna ask if I could go fishing.
No, there will be no fishing from here.
Would I assume we're not close enough to the forest to do any hunting or anything?
I mean, this isn't, while the map looks like it, this is not just open areas. It's just not
It's not
heavy woods like
heavy.
this area.
okay. Well, I would like a survival check to go hunting. Is that what you'd like?
Yeah, you can go hunting on your watch or
Yeah.
before it if you wish.
Because I want to feed peoples.
So what is everybody else doing?
I got feet and hands for you. There.
Yeah, I don't-
Darian,
listen,
don't
I-
need to-
I don't mind cooking your food, but it will not be touching the pans or pots that I use to cook everyone else's food.
I just figured you'd feed them the feet and hands.
Oh, use it like bait?
I got. Yeah, bait for us.
Wait, bait for us?
I'm saying feed us the fucking feet and hands.
I will feed you the feet and hands. I am not feeding it to the rest of the people.
I got 5 of them.
If Rahagu was still here, maybe.
Well, fuck you.
What's everybody else doing?
I will
Um,
make.
Yeah, so are we
Another-
setting up camp? Is that what we're doing right now?
Pretty much.
Oh, I'm assuming while if you guys are setting up camp, it sounds like Durin is going hunting.
Yeah, I'm making food
Well,
for everybody.
I'm gonna go.
We're-
I will
We're
join.
far enough. We're far
Okay.
enough out now to set up camp. Is what?
Yes,
Correct.
you are.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
out of the haze. We can actually take a long rest without having to be like 40 feet in the air.
But we're still pretty far from the forest, right, Carrie? I wouldn't be able to go look for herbs.
No, you could probably go look for some. You're not in the main thicket of the forest, but there is still woods around you.
Okay.
Alright, I want to look for some herbs. I need to pull up that list too.
Let's see. I'm probably just gonna sit down and. Well, actually, if we don't have any tents set up, I'll set up. I'll help set up the
Set up
whole
camp.
campsite kind of an area. Set up
Uh,
all the tents if everybody else everybody else is going out to hunt or something.
yeah, the only one not is carp.
I will join and help Olivia at
Okay.
the disconnecting game.
All right. Zaylin, I will want a survival check from you as well.
Yeah, I only got an 8. So it
Carrie,
might
do you,
be mushrooms for everybody.
do you still have that list for all those ingredients? I thought I saved it, but I don't see it.
We can't even find mushrooms at that point.
Yeah, we're going hungry tonight, guys. We're gonna eat whatever Vakas has.
Everything we find, we step on accident first.
Bacchus has all the good stuff.
Oh my god.
Carrie, do you have that list?
Yeah, I sent it to you on Discord.
Okay.
Awesome,
Well,
thank you.
I might just be spicing up everybody's rations. That's it.
What do you want me to roll, Carrie? A survival check as well?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. Now roll me a d12.
Ooh, for how many?
Probably
That's how much
only-
damage does he take?
3.
All right, Josh. So you are able to find something you are familiar with that is called sphagnum moss. It is a thick carpet of green cloaks that cloaks the forest floor and envelops a lot of rotting wood and fallen trees. And you know that this is a very rare herb in a sense. Can be used as an herb for healing major wounds.
How you spell it? S-A...
SPHAGNUM.
I found it. Alright, cool. I'm guessing I have to custom add that, don't I?
Yes, you will. Or write it in the notes at the bottom.
Yeah, that's easier.
How do I...
Wait, what kind of moss is it?
Called sphagnum moss.
Oh, okay, like a Home Depot.
How do I add it in the notes on... You talking about other possessions?
Yeah, when you go to equipment, go to other possessions, just click on that box and it'll bring up and you can just type. Because like I'm currently carrying everyone's gold, but technically I did start with like 5 pieces of gold, so I just put in 5 personal gold. Is what I
There you
wrote.
go,
on
Josh. Your rare herb that you found.
there. Yep.
Carrie
Hell
will let
yeah.
you sell it for 5 gold pieces. And
That is
38
an
cents.
actual thing you guys sell. That's funny.
It is. $5.38.
Damn, this thing's pretty good. Alright, I'll go back to camp after I find this.
Pretty good. All right.
Oh wait, what was my thing? Wasn't it if I found one, I like keep searching and disappear for a long time?
Yeah, your flaw is you tend to disappear during your watch to look for mushrooms.
Well, I guess I'll
Well-
roll another survival.
Well,
Roll for like how many
I would
hours?
say, I would-
roll me a percentile dice, and if
Well-
you get above 60, then you continue looking for herbs.
How do I do a percentile?
Just do two d10s.
well, I was gonna say you could also play it as because he did get something. When he's on his watch, he's thinking about it. Oh, I bet there's more stuff out there, and he can't
Uh-huh.
resist going back out, kind of a
Yeah,
thing.
that's how we're. Yeah.
And that's fine. We can do it that way.
So
So that would be an 80.
yeah.
So yeah, you do keep
It's
looking,
80%.
even based off that.
Fuck you guys. I ain't helping.
All right, so Josh, give me one more survival check.
Josh is following the breadcrumbs back to the witch's house.
Josh doesn't get a long rest in because of it.
Fuck yeah.
All right, give me another d12.
Just remember this, Josh. When you have a fighting encounter, you're gonna have nothing but crap roll.
I know.
He's gonna have nothing but mushrooms on him. He's gonna have too many. He'll be looking. He's like, "Where did I
Fuck
put
you,
my sword?"
Sphagnum's moss is beast mode. You don't even understand.
What
All right, Josh. As you're out searching, you find Death Adder, a snake. It's a thick-bodied snake in bands of
Death
black, brown, and orange.
Do I gotta find it, or
Shockingly
do I just-
adept at disappearing into the undergrowth. You are able to semi-ambush it, kill it, and you can take it back to extract its venom as a poison.
I know, it's pretty beastly.
Can we eat that as a ration?
We saw one of those at
How do you
the.
have hands and feet for you? What are you talking about?
We're eating the snake after you.
Didn't we see one of those at the zoo, Tyler?
But there's a Death Adder, yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing one.
Actually, I probably should have been using the grassland.
The
If you want to change them, you can. I got the thing
Coolest
up.
snake though is the Gaboon Viper.
I got a 12 and a 3.
They're short and fat and lazy.
We'll keep the 3. We'll switch the Death Adder, Josh, to the Snakewood. So Snakewood is a short, thick, crooked, pale tree trunk topped with a full dome of leaves and hard orange fruit. And you know that the seeds of those fruits you can grind into a dust, and it is poisonous to inhale.
Yeah, it's really good, but yeah, you have to inhale it. Which sucks.
Can we eat the fruit?
Yes.
Sweet, I will be making us a fruit salad.
No, you will not.
Fruit salad.
You can have the seeds. I'll pick out the seeds for you.
All right.
But you need that for the flavor.
You don't want the fruit seeds in your flavor, believe me.
When you make guacamole, do you leave the pit in the avocado?
Yeah,
for
you
the
just got
flavor,
to you keep it in the center. Yeah.
Do I need to roll like an hours thing that I disappear for, Carrie?
D4.
You're gone for a while.
Okay. Well, we come back
Um,
and are disappointed that I assume an 8 didn't find me anything, or did it?
No,
Yeah.
nothing.
Okay, so that probably means that Zalen's, what was it, a 4? Yeah, 4 didn't find shit.
something
No.
just scared it off.
In fact, he
Right
lost the
away.
ration.
You two got too distracted talking that you most likely scared off the wildlife in the area.
Damn it.
They heard your high pitched voices and
Yep.
got the heck out of there.
Yep, that's one
It's
of the
okay. We'll get him next time.
Ah.
All right, so the other two do get camp set up. Just before nightfall, Zalen and Durin do return. Who
Where's
is taking
Bacchus?
watch?
I don't know where about this is.
I guess I'll take first watch.
I will take second watch.
I'm still consumed in the book I picked up and was reading after I finished the 10th. I'm not paying attention.
I think Vakis went out looking for some mushrooms or something. He went off that way.
He's been gone a while.
Well, hopefully he comes back soon.
I will send my my bird out to try to find him.
Okay. Roll me in. What do you think? Survival or investigation?
Probably an investigation, because
Yeah, that's what I'm
bird's not
thinking.
tracking anything.
Yeah.
You're just trying to see him.
Yeah. Go ahead and
I
do an
would
investigation.
I would argue that this would probably be perception because investigation, you're like
Or that's what I meant.
studying something.
Perception.
Yeah.
is what I meant.
We can do perception.
Okay, and my bird is an owl now. I remember I did that.
Oh,
And he has keen sight and hearing, so he has advantage on perception checks.
Who?
that was
Good
dumb.
one.
Oh.
All right.
At this
It
point.
takes you a little bit. Your bird finally does find him. Josh has wandered almost all the way to Eckerman Mill.
No, fuck you.
Maybe you should just take camp up at Mill.
I don't know if he'll be returning tonight, guys. He's up almost near the mill.
Can you
Um,
speak through your familiar? Or can you just
No.
Can't you just send a
cannot
message
speak to
through-
him. Get through him.
Yeah,
Through as long
would
as you
I
can see 'em?
recognize it?
he recently changed it from the crow to the owl.
Yeah,
so
it's not the
like-
raven, it's the owl, and he is very far. Like he is staying at a distance.
Well, it's not until the owl returns to
That we-
inform you that it found him.
Gotcha.
Because
Okay.
Find Familiar only has a range of 100 feet for the telepathic bond.
I can only command it up to 100 feet.
Yeah, it can still fly further, but you can't see through its eyes further than 100 feet.
Let me double check this because I think we talked about this once before, but I'll look it up.
Either way, it could come back and then
Yeah.
report to you.
Yeah. After spicing up his ration and anyone else who was eating before bed, Durin is gonna lay down until his watch.
Okay.
So why wouldn't I have recognized the owl? I would have been there when he still changed it to an owl.
I mean, it probably looks like a regular owl.
Yeah.
Well, you could have had the owl come peck me. And
I
then
can't
would've-
command it after 100 feet. The command that I gave it was go find Vacus and return.
Yeah. But once it gets back, then you can communicate with it telepathically and understand that it can communicate to you that it found Bacchus and where it found him. If my interpretation of the spell is correct.
Okay. Durin starts
Or
very high pitchedly.
it says additionally as an action. So while your familiar is within 100 feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically. Additionally, as an action, you can see through your familiar's eyes and hear what it hears until the start of your next turn, gaining the benefits of any special senses that the familiar has during this time. You are deaf and blind with regard to your own senses. So those are two separate sentences.
Well, according
Yeah.
to D&D Beyond, the Find Familiar spell stipulates a range of 100 feet for seen through.
Oh, it does?
We're reading it off of D&D Beyond, and it didn't stipulate that, but I'm cool with whatever.
It's under
Yeah.
rules and mechanics of the actual website.
Oh, okay. We'll do the 100 feet because I know the Flock of Familiars specifically says unlimited range
Yeah.
for the
Familiar?
telepathic bond. Flock of Familiars. That's the
Yeah.
one where you create multiple familiars.
Well, I know the warlocks thing. You can do it on the
Yeah,
same
the warlock also says anywhere on the same plane.
Hmm.
Okay, anyways, well then whenever my bird returns, I'll be like, fuck, he's near Eckerman Mill.
Durin's
All right. So, since you guys are out in the wilds, I will need another D8 roll from the four of you at camp
why not all five of us?
because one of them is not there at camp with you.
I know.
What am I rolling?
D8.
You better roll a 3. Oh my god.
I am
dude.
better than you. Aha!
Oh, it's the 4s versus the 3s.
And now Josh has to roll one to see if he gets fought on by himself.
Yep.
Exactly.
Josh's turn.
I'm just gonna fucking run.
No, Josh, you never run away from food.
Oh.
I always run away. Lizards are cowards. And it's true.
Are you
If they
starting that
feel like they're
tradition just
being
right now?
overwhelmed, They run.
Josh, you finally gather your senses and realize you have been searching for herbs all night. And as you kind of raise your head up from staring at the ground, you realize finally it's dark out now. And as you do, you look around, the place actually looks familiar. As you kind of look off to the distance, you can start to see some of the makeshift tombstones that the people have left around the Cairn Fields, the grave markers of a lot of the people they were not able to retrieve from the actual city. With that, you know you are next to Eckerman Mill. What do you choose to do? Are you heading back to your party, or are you making camp at Eckerman Mill tonight?
That's where we camped at the first time, right?
Yes.
Hmm.
Don't let that one that you rolled influence you.
Yeah, you'll be fine if you sleep there alone.
How many hours would I suspect it would take to get back to the party?
You've been walking for about 8 hours.
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus. Hmm.
That's what you get for rolling those super high rolls on the herbs.
Well, it's a percentage thing. It's my flaw, so.
I know, but your fate had it that you would get a 1.
You found
after
some
rolling so
pretty
high.
damn good herbs tonight, too.
Yeah.
But no.
One was
Well,
worth like
what had
$5
we
whole
discussed
dollars.
we were gonna do after we made camp?
We really
don't
haven't.
even
You
remember.
didn't. You haven't. So you don't
Yeah.
have a clue where they're going tomorrow morning.
Alright, well. What's a fatigue do exactly?
Disadvantage on all skill checks.
Just skill checks though, not
Yep.
attacks?
Nope, not attacks.
Alright, well maybe this will make me where I don't look for herbs anymore for the next day. So I'm gonna head back to the party.
All right.
Skill checks, does it also include saving throws?
No, that is exhaustion level 3. Level 1 is skill checks, 2 is attacks, 3 is save throws. I think that's the order it goes in.
Now do I make it back to that?
All right. So now, as you are trying to make your way back to the camp, you start to hear a low growl in the woods. What do you do?
Sneak.
Roll me a stealth check.
You say, hello, are you friendly?
No.
Oh, anyone there?
Uh-oh.
At first, you start to sneak, and you realize, why should I be afraid? And you call out to the monster.
All right. So you try to hang low. You start walking slower, keeping track of where you're stepping. It's still dark. You don't have any light source.
You don't have night vision.
You don't have dark vision. But at the same time, you know not to draw more attention to yourself with a torch. So you continue to try and use what little moonlight you can. There isn't much light breaking through the clouds tonight, so you are having a hard time finding your way. I need a survival check.
I imagine he'd be in a
I'm
pretty
going
thickly wooded
to-
part, too, if he's looking for herbs.
If my speed is 50 feet, does that mean that's how fast I move per turn instead of 30?
Yeah.
You will not be moving stealthily at that speed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
you'll
true.
be running.
I know, but I think I'm just gonna fucking transform and book it.
Transform into a tree.
No, I'm scared.
If you can transform into something that can fly,
I can't fly. Yeah. But I can go a panther, which has 50 move speed.
what's the restrictions on your thing?
On wild shape,
1/4.
You can't, so he can't like wild shape into like a robin or something.
no, you can't turn into anything that can fly until 8th level.
Oh, okay.
Even Icarus can't turn into flying creatures yet.
Alright, well, I guess I'll just do a survival check first. And then if something comes out at me, I'm fucking booking it.
Here, look at this.
What just happened? Alright, I'm probably gonna be booking it.
So if you right click on this die and you hit rotation value and you hit 20,
Oh,
it
that's
goes
cheating.
to the 5.
Oh, that's funny. Can't cheat.
Well, whenever you do anything, it always skips over for some reason. It's broken.
Huh. All right. So, Josh, walking through this light forested area, you're having a hard time finding what direction to go to get back to camp. Mostly because you're paranoid of the sounds of the growling creature that you heard nearby. It had you a little panicked. So you're walking slower through the woods, through the darkness, and you hear rustling in the brush behind you. Whatever creature you heard seems to be following you.
How come none of these fucking animals can see in the dark?
We
Oh,
really
there we go. That one
you
came.
leading whatever it is back to camp.
I need another survival roll,
No,
Josh.
I'm fine with that.
Survival check, you said? Oh.
There you go. All right. You are able to find What that meant was your first survival check brought you here. Your next survival check was going to bring you there or there. And just to be fully honest with you, this one led you closer to the party. This one led you to getting ambushed by whatever's stalking you. But
So make it
you
back far.
make it to here. You have been able. You was able to find the high road. And from here, you can start to see the tips of Neverwinter Castle, which then allow you to orient yourself to know the party is to your north,
Alright,
or should be.
I full on book it. No more sprinting or no more
Okay.
stealthing.
You are sprinting.
Yep, I'm sprinting. I'm
Okay.
scared.
I was going to have you roll another stealth check. But... All right. So Josh is full on sprinting. It is now.
He's scared.
It is now Durin's watch. Zaylin, you have already woke him up. Durin, you hear loud, quick footsteps coming down the road towards you.
It's screeching.
and hissing.
Would I recognize the noises?
No, you've never heard me do it before.
I would. Everybody, wake up! Something's coming!
Where is it?
I don't know. I would yell out. Who? Like, I don't know if you can tell my voice.
Quick,
Can't you
shoot
see the
arrows
dark,
in its
though?
direction.
I can, but only like 60 feet. It's not like I can see
True.
forever.
I grab my crossbow and climb the nearest tree if we have a tree nearby.
Everybody get behind cover.
Yeah, I'll stand out in the middle of the road. I will yell out again. Who goes there?
It's me, guys. Don't shout.
What are you doing, Vegas? Where have you been?
I'm being chased by a monster.
Well, run the other way!
No.
Josh, you are
Sounds like
currently
he's dying. I'm
just over
melting.
100 feet away, and you hear footsteps running behind you.
It's chasing me.
I will run to meet Vakis and try to help.
I'll follow as well, but I'm not taking the lead.
Yeah,
See,
I'll,
guys?
I'm keeping
be
a
up front.
distance.
I just
Olivia?
brought us dinner.
Are you going in blindly?
Who?
What do you mean blindly?
Oh, you have dark vision too, don't you?
Yeah, I have dark vision.
Yep. I was thinking you was human, but no, you're half elf.
Yeah.
All right.
Power.
I am pretty sure dwarves have further dark vision than half elves, don't they?
That's about 60 feet.
Yeah, my specific one is 60 feet, I believe. I will.
Is it?
I think
I
I'm
thought
the
you
only
was
one.
120.
No, that's me.
No.
Lewis. Lewis
Ah,
is
it's
the only one
gnomes.
with 120.
Gnomes
Yeah,
have 120.
Well, I'm a
okay.
deep
Yeah.
gnome, so I think I got extra vision because of that.
That makes sense.
there-
Okay.
There's a couple of types of dwarves that have like the 120, but mine
Okay.
is
And
60.
don't like drows or something have better vision?
They probably do. Creatures of the Underdark, which deep gnomes are.
Yeah. As our drows.
All right. So as you two start rushing towards the sound of Vakis's lizard-like voice, you guys finally start to see him. And as you get close, you see this massive, furry beast that immediately darts back into the brush as you approach Josh. Or
Can
Vakis.
can we make a survival check to try or perception check to figure out what it was?
You can.
Which would you like?
Um,
Do you want me to just help him or roll separately?
I want a nature check to try and discern what the beast was.
That works.
Nature.
Since I'm running. I'm
I'm proficient in nature, so
I am as well.
So you
Oh, yeah.
did hear me.
We'll
You
both roll.
okay.
you did hear me say that I was sending my owl with them, correct?
Oh, I did not. So you would see it as well.
Okay.
14 or 15.
Go ahead, Carp. You can also make a roll.
Would I
Yep,
make a
I'm pulling it
roll
up.
or no?
You can-
No.
because I'm
You
running
couldn't
like
see it.
this.
You were running.
You
to your
was
right.
just running. And you don't have dark
11.
vision, so you couldn't see.
Dang, we all got like the
Alright.
same roll. except
So
with
you all
different
three
modifiers.
saw it. None of you got a good look at it.
Mm,
Oh,
All you know
15.
is it stood over 5 feet tall and was covered in fur.
Was it a Zorbo?
Can I keep my owl beaded on it? He can see 120 feet dark vision.
You failed the what? Roll me a perception check because it did still. Okay, you did lose it.
No, okay. My owl has
Oh,
advantage.
that's right.
So.
Yeah, that is correct. So you did lose it. Do you keep it out on patrol?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So
Guys, that
what
was
do you guys
so
do now?
scary. That was so
What?
scary.
What was chasing
Ugh.
her? I didn't get a good look at it.
Oh,
I'm
it
going
was
back
so
to bed.
scary. I couldn't look. It was so scary.
Alright.
Oh gosh, would you wander into a
All
bear's
these
den or
fancy
something?
verbs.
Oh, that's good, but I'm
Did you
sure
take that
didn't
beast's
rest.
food? Was it trying to eat those herbs?
Did you take his food?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Essentially,
Jeez.
I will walk him back because he's still probably not able to see camp.
You're gonna hold his hand.
Pretty much.
Come on, Vetus. Camp is this way.
All right.
And we'll walk back to camp, I guess. And
Can I lag behind a little bit and kind of listen to see if I hear anything?
oh, good.
Roll me perception.
$15 again.
You hear a light rustle in the brush about 40 feet away from you.
What direction?
Still towards the south, in the general direction that Bacchus came from.
Gotcha. Kind of south
It's
southeast.
not moving towards me though.
It was moving. You just heard it rub against a brush. So you heard the rustling of the leaves.
Okay.
That's
Well,
stalking us, guys.
I'll keep continuing onward because I'm still following them. I stayed behind a little lot further. I'm staying further back from them, and I'll keep listening as I go and try to see if I can notice if it's following or not.
Okay. All right. So everybody returns to camp. Carp, I will need one more perception roll from your owl as it keeps watch through the night.
Whew. Man, we can't
Alright.
beat 16.
The owl is never able to get an eye on it, but it does know it's still out there.
How much more of my watch is there?
Yours is just about done.
Okay. Would you like another perception check from me or not?
No. Over the next hour, for the most part, Carp's owl. You already know that it's still out there, but not approaching.
Okay. I would just stay ready until it was. Who was on third watch? Was it Carp?
Yes, I will take third watch.
Okay. Carp, it's your turn for watch. I'm going to bed. But wake me if that thing, whatever it was, comes after us. I'm ready for it.
No, don't worry, I will.
And then I go to sleep.
All right, Carp. As you are, I assume, focusing in through the eyes of your owl.
Actually, I'm going to keep my owl within 100 feet of me patrolling. He is going to let me know if he sees anything, and I'm also going to watch myself.
Okay. Roll me one more perception check then for yourself.
It's a +1,
Yep.
and that's a 4.
That's 5.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. So, from your perspective, the night is relatively calm.
As it's eating one of us.
I love.
I mean, my owl is still out there.
His owl's still out there. His owl still got a 14.
Oh, that's true.
So
Is there
through
a
the
tree
night,
nearby the camp?
there are a couple trees.
Okay, I take my watch sitting up in one of the trees.
Okay.
Mm,
If it's a bear, it can scale that tree. Very quickly.
It's true.
But I'm
Alright.
gonna hear it a lot easier.
It won't
Through the
matter.
night,
You'll hear it too
you
late.
do hear it a couple times. But as you know, you start to get the feeling that dawn is approaching soon. And for about 2 hours prior to dawn, you never heard it again.
Okay.
All right, the night does pass. Everyone but Vacus is able to benefit from a long rest.
Yay.
Vacus, you will suffer 1 level of exhaustion and a short rest.
How do I? Oh, I guess. How do I add exhaustion on my thing?
There's a
It's
spot.
under conditions
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and at the bottom.
Yep.
I'm actually at what 16?
All right, so the sun is beginning to rise. Its beams barely pressing through the clouds as a light rain begins to develop for the day.
Right, a nice long rest. Vacus, how do you feel?
I feel great. I found all these awesome herbs.
So what's the plan today?
I don't know. So, do we try to get into Oscar's house and force the information out of him? Or do we try to sneak our way into the house?
Why didn't it give me my health back when I took the short rest?
You have to select how
I
many.
picked one.
Oh,
You have to manually do it.
Yeah, so you have to roll a hit die and then heal that much.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So roll a d8, Josh, and add your Constitution. And do note with those, you do roll them one at a time. So if you're just rolling to get max, you can.
No, I'm only
Choose.
rolling one,
Okay.
which I think is. Which has a max. Exactly. Look at that.
nice. Durin would kind of take the back seat and kind of look at the smarter members of the party and see what they think we should do.
So me, right?
He wouldn't be directly looking at you.
Yeah, he would. I
I
just got us all kinds of cool herbs and tried to feed us for the night.
mean, I don't know if he would
You
be
were supposed to kill the beast for food, and you fucked up.
Well, you're right.
Zone, Carp, Olivia, what do you guys think we should do?
And then I would quickly.
I'm Vacus. What do you guys think we should do?
Screw you.
Well, I mean, I don't see any logic in strong arming our way into Oscar. It's just going to piss off the Grey Cloaks.
I agree.
Last we spoke of this, we had thought about sending Carp's owl to the house to see if it was surrounded or not. Because we do know that Oscar seemed to be somewhere down a hallway or something, I think Zaylan said.
Underground.
Basement.
Underground.
The basement.
So we just need to
Well-
figure out the passage. If we can get
We
down
want-
there, we could probably stay hidden.
It most likely doesn't have another way in. It's just probably the basement.
Well,
Oh, excuse me.
Well, how about this for now? I can send my owl out ahead, back to Oscar's, and they can scout out while we're either discussing or traveling. He will come find us.
What time of day is it?
It's pretty early morning.
I will start packing up camp.
Yeah, I'll help with the camp too. I'll go roll up the bedrolls and take down the tents all over again.
I will summon Thale, my owl, to my arm, and I will say, the house we were looking at earlier with the rude men inside. Go see if anyone's watching it, and then come back and let us know. And I'll send him off.
Okay.
It will probably take him a while to get there. I think no matter what we do, it's back in Neverwinter. We should probably just start walking that way and decide as we're going.
Yeah, I think we should head towards Oscar's, and if the owl reports back to us that looks like it's too dangerous to try head back there, then we'll have to rethink our plan here.
Before the owl gets 100 feet out with Tyler saying what he did, I would telepathically say, on your way back, follow the main road and find us on there. We won't be here.
Good plan.
So we want to making our way back to the outskirts.
Yep.
All right, let's go.
I would say once we get close enough to where we think we're being watched by the Stormcloaks, that we should go more sneakily.
The who?
The bad boys.
Grey
Wow.
Cloaks.
I believe you mean the Grey Cloaks.
Grey Cloaks.
The Stormcloaks they're down south. They're very annoying, most of them.
All right, so you guys start making your way to the city then?
Yes.
All right. So as you guys are walking, heading back towards the city, following the main road, you guys are all walking, talking. Suddenly, Zaylen stops dead in his tracks.
What is it, Zaylen?
I don't know. My feet stopped moving.
He said Zaylen, not Olivia.
I was talking for Lewis because I don't know if
Do
Lewis
I
knows what-
see something or do I feel something?
I sent you a private message.
Oh, that's good then.
That's always me.
He's like, why the fuck did I stop?
Oh, if you know.
That's why I said that. All of a sudden, Lewis's feet just stopped moving. You can tell that it must be an act of God.
There's tracks here.
What kind of tracks?
The tracks of something big that must have hunted Vacus last night.
Oh.
Let's go kill this creature.
No way, I recognize these tracks. You'll never kill this creature.
What
You
else?
scared me.
There's
We
no
have to
boats in
hunt
it.
it.
They look like the tracks of a werewolf.
Oh.
Oh, those things are weak. Let's go kill it.
I have. Would we know about Zaylen's lycanthrope?
That
I
is up
don't
to
think
Zaylen.
so.
No, nothing yet. I haven't actually told people about it.
Okay.
Did you know I
That
keep
was
a
my
silver
first
dagger
meta
on me
game
at all
question.
times?
My first meta game question was Zaylen with us last night? Was he trying to eat Josh?
That motherfucker.
Oh.
Anyways, continue.
It's fine. We can throw our silver coins at him.
Yeah.
Do the tracks look like they were left here last night? Or a few?
The tracks with the light rain, the tracks are very obvious to everybody as they have lightly filled with water, leaving a very clear indentation.
Okay. So they are fairly. It's hard to tell whether or not they were there last night or if they were there just a few minutes ago with how fresh they look.
No, that you can easily distinguish they were from last night by the way they are
If it's filled
formed.
with water,
Okay.
then they must have been there for at least some time.
You can also see Vax's marks.
Okay.
And you can also clearly see, everybody can tell that you don't need a survival check to notice that they are running by the way they are kind of stretched out.
Not running.
You were lucky
I
you made it back
was-
when you did.
Leisurely jogging back.
Well, wouldn't it be smart for us to try to find an area to get some gear to fight this said creature if it's in the area?
I don't think we're going to find much gear to fight it here. Might as well continue on our way and just be prepared.
I agree.
Well, if we come across something in the future, and I imagine we'll be here frequently, we might need that.
I don't think we will.
I'm not afraid of a werewolf.
Yeah,
Run
neither.
for
Those
it.
things are wimpy.
Didn't you run from it?
No, I was on a leisurely jog. I just told you that.
I heard you screaming.
No, that was the werewolf. It was scared.
No, werewolves
not
don't
to
do that.
interrupt here,
It was scared as it was chasing you.
not to
Yeah,
interrupt
dude.
here, but Bacchus, I've known you for a while. Never once have I saw you run anywhere.
Exactly.
fun.
I was leisurely jogging.
What
What's
a-
his other flaw? That he's a liar.
All right. So as you guys continue talking and walking, you do eventually break into the outskirts and the sprawl of the city. At this point, your owl does return to you. Did you send it only to Oscar's, or did you send it anywhere else?
No, I just wanted to go to Oscars. I wanted them to look around and see. Basically, I wanted to see if the Grey Cloaks were like camping out Oscar's house still.
Okay. It does return, and there was no one around the house.
Well, looks like there's no one in visible view of Oscar's house.
Oh, guys, I got this awesome knockout powder. If we have to use it anytime soon, we just got to make somebody inhale it.
We should take the side roads and try to be stealthy and quiet the way there.
I agree.
I'm on board with that. Bacchus, can't you do your little
Can't you assist us?
on that?
Can I what?
Assist us in our stealth rolls.
I don't really want to use a level 2, but I guess so.
The most important time to use it.
The
Yeah.
last time I used it, it got completely fucking wasted.
It's true.
Like I said it would. I'm like, you're gonna make me cast this, and 5 seconds later, somebody's gonna fucking roll
It's
down
there
a
to
cliff.
be used. Okay.
Luckily, we don't know. Well, we don't think there's any pitfalls on our way to Oscar's house, but if there are, we'll find them.
All right, well, I'm gonna cast it.
All right. So Josh casts Pass Without Trace. I will need a D8 roll from each of you as you make your way through the back streets and alleys to Oscar's house.
Oh, come
Fucking
on.
job. Or
Tyler.
With
Why,
advantage,
Tyler?
did you say roll with advantage since we're so stealthy?
Nope.
Were you raging while you were stealthing?
All right. So Zaylin is leading the way.
Waste my fucking spell.
Zaylin is leading the way
Uh,
as the navigator.
yeah.
Stealth checks.
Yep. Zaylin, you notice movement up ahead.
Hold up, there's something up ahead.
Never mind. It's
It's
over.
plus. You get everybody has a plus 10 to their stealth right now.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm at 14.
18. Jesus.
31.
34 bitches.
How you get a natural 20 and only beat me by 3?
Because your stuff's a lot higher than mine.
Yep.
All right. So Zaylin does give everybody a prompt warning as you guys are able to sneak around whatever lurked ahead.
Nice. Could we tell what it was, or could he tell what it was?
Zaylin, you can
I will
roll me
also
a
send my
perception.
owl.
I will need a stealth check on the owl, and it will not have the Pass Without Trace bonus.
Yeah, just imagine my owl is always like helping keep sight.
Well, he said I need a stealth check not to get seen.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm stealth.
Was it
Uh,
D8, Lewis? Or
No,
was
that was a 20.
Lewis? Was Lewis supposed to roll a D8 or a?
No, a 20 for perception.
Oh, for perception. That's right. I couldn't remember what he said.
And then is my owl rolling perception?
Yes.
Ooh.
All right. So as the owl flies ahead, it sees a small pack of ratlings that are busy digging through some rubble.
Are they like the kind
I-
that stand on their hind legs, or?
Yes, they are the rat folk. They are standing up on their two back legs and kind of digging at the rubble, trying to dig something out.
Gotcha.
How many specifically?
It's a
We probably
pack.
don't know exactly how many. We probably just saw a few.
Your
Four
owl
versus
saw
a
3.
22. Okay, at least 3 then. How close are
Percentage
we? Like, are
roll
we
to see
close
if
enough
you're-
where I feel comfortable whispering to somebody without
Yes.
being heard?
Yes.
I will kind of bring the group back. I'll see at least 3 of them up there. They're digging for something in the rubble.
3 what?
3 ratlings.
We'll just take them, but
Let's avoid them. I'm not wasting my spell.
There's no
I
need to
would
fight
say
here.
best to avoid. Yeah, it's best to avoid them. That way we don't attract any further attention.
You'll notice that Durin is a little upset that he doesn't get to fight, but he will do what the party says.
Right. So you guys continue pushing around, take a small detour to avoid the ratlings ahead.
Just in case, I am keeping my owl kind of opposite us. So if we break right, I'm keeping him left of the pack in case they noticed him.
Okay. All right. So you guys press onward, and you eventually find yourselves in front of Oscar's Manor.
Now that we're here, I may have a plan.
Uh-oh.
What kind of plan?
Kick the door and go in hot.
No, that is
That's
not.
so fun.
That is not quite the plan. So last time we had trouble getting in with the whole party. However, I believe I may be able to talk my way in if I'm by myself.
We're
I might
not
be able to
talking,
sneak
we're
in
sneaking
and
in.
get into talk to Oscar.
We're sneaking in the basement. You're not going in there to talk to them.
Right.
Okay, we
Might
can
not be a
see
bad
this.
idea.
What?
Yeah, we can see into here now. Like we can see the boxes.
How? Okay. Oh well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, last time you had
Oh,
See
it's
it.
fog of war is what I
see
had
a
on
dead
him.
guy, guys.
There
don't
we
see
go. Now we
anything.
can't see them.
You don't see a dead guy.
Perhaps he
All
could go to
right.
the main door and knock and try to distract, and one of us can sneak into the back door.
Well,
Yeah,
while we
I
have
can
this
try- I can
awesome
sneak in the back.
spell on, why don't we all try to sneak in through the back?
Because the more of
I
us, the more
know.
attention we draw.
I think I'll go through the front. I will request Dwakis, do you mind if I borrow that powder you had in case anything goes wrong?
It's worth a lot of money.
And what does the powder do exactly again? I forget.
46 paralyzed.
46 poison damage, and if they fail to save, they're paralyzed.
Oh, is that what it is? Well, then
Yeah.
I ain't gonna let you use that shit to kill him.
Yeah, we don't want to
I'm not
harm
gonna try
them.
to kill him.
It's going to
I-
automatically harm them.
Is that what it did? Oh, I thought it just.
I only wanted it to, in case something went wrong, I could paralyze the guy. But if that's gonna kill him,
Well,
So
then,
perhaps
I guess it's not gonna do me much
Allie,
good.
Allie goes.
probably has more than 4 health.
Olivia, you go through the front. You try to distract and talk and see if you can get him up front, and then maybe Carp can sneak in the back since he's stealthy.
I'm down for that.
The rest of us can hide out and around the corners, so we don't draw any attention to us. But we'll be here.
If you
Stay
are
under
further
the-
away than 30 feet from Bacchus, you lose the pass without trace. But
I'm gonna stay outside because I don't want to have to do any skill checks. Because remember, I'd have disadvantage, and I forgot about that last time. So I will stay like right here, so everybody gets my buff.
Sit on the
Okay.
back side of the house rather than the
Downstairs.
front.
Well, fuck. Where should I go?
Because Carp is sneaking in here. I'm sneaking in here.
Yeah,
not
you
sneaking
stay
in the
right there.
front door.
I'm going through the back door
Well, I'm not
after.
sneaking in. I'm walking in.
Yeah, I'll stay by Carp then.
Okay.
I think me and Durin will be about a block or so away, so we're not too close, but we have enough to look out around us to keep track.
Yeah, I assume we'll be like maybe one building like this direction.
And
So
what am I
we're
going in here for?
Peek,
Just to
peeking
be
around the
clear.
corner.
We want the papers if we can get them. Remember,
The information that
But we
also
also want to talk to the dude, I thought.
if we can. But the papers are the
Olivia really wants to talk to him.
that's how we get bonus, but
The contract was for the paperwork. The bonus was in case we can get him to tell us anything and kill him if we had to. But we do not want to kill him.
No.
Is this stairs going up or down, Carrie? I guess I shouldn't ask, but
Yeah, you wouldn't know because you haven't been in there.
okay.
Unfortunately, we don't know where the papers would be. We just knew that he was downstairs.
well, he was up or down some stairs. We don't really. Could we tell?
And I do have an idea that
Yeah.
basically the entrance for the basement is over here in this area, and I think I know that because someone heard them talking last time. Correct?
Well, not
Zay-
Legit.
Zaylin heard them, and he could hear it from that side of the house, and it sounded like he was echoing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we wouldn't know the layout of the house, but we knew we walked in this room and this room, and we knew it came from over here. So I guess when he walks in, he'd probably know that leads back to the down the hallway.
Before Olivia splits off from us, I'll ask if he wants to take some gold with him, so that he could pretend to be purchasing a potion, possibly.
Also, don't you have like hold person and stuff so you can paralyze people? Just get there.
Oh yeah, we did take a long rest, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't apply it. I forgot.
So
Okay.
use that if need be. Just don't kill him.
The worst case, yeah, I'd really rather not.
Would you like a net to take with you?
It's probably unlikely that it would work on them too, because it's a wisdom saving throw of only 13. So
They're not that wise. Did you hear him last time? They're super mean.
it just means they have low
If they
charisma.
were wise, they know that we were important people and that you don't be mean to us.
I will request the vial of whatever that potion was from the ratling that Josh has.
You're
Vakis.
not giving them my fucking.
Again, that was a
bottle.
very, very small sample. It would have no use.
It's part of my persuasion.
Okay, well, you can have it if it's no use to me. Even when I love my potions, and Carrie's making me give it away, which is pretty upsetting.
Yeah.
Your only use would be to try and distill it and figure out what it is.
Well, if
I
you
think
lose
that's his
my
whole
goo-
point. I think he's
if
going to
you
go in there and
lose
try to
my-
get him to take it.
Yeah, if you lose my goo vial, Allie, I'll eat you. You can have my goo vial though.
Do we remember what it cost to for them to run that?
I don't know if they set a charge since they were interested in it.
Can't remember if they.
I don't remember a price.
All right, let's do this before the fucking stormcloaks show up. Or stormtroopers.
They could already be here, for all we
let's-
know.
Let's go.
Gray cloaks.
So I will.
No, they're stormtroopers.
Stormtroopers.
2 points of damage for every time you get it wrong.
No,
I'm getting
no.
it wrong on person because they're fucking communists like stormtroopers.
You're getting it wrong on person? What?
That's it.
All right, come on,
Stormtroopers
let's go.
are far from
Okay,
communist.
I will take some money from Durin.
Did you say stormtroopers weren't communists?
How
Let's
much?
just do this.
money?
Come on.
I don't know. Whatever. Gosh,
It
I
was
don't remember the potions
It was
were.
400 for that most expensive potion. It was 250 if we were going to get healing potions.
I don't know why you're trying to talk to him at all, but
Because it'd be
To
stupid not to
distract so I can
charge.
get in easier.
Yeah. Plus, it's bad enough that we have to sneak in because they won't
how about
cooperate.
I give you the 250 because it seemed like he had the health potions on him, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'll
yeah,
give
and then
Right.
if he goes to get the potions and it's right where fucking Carp is going to sneak into,
Then I'm killing a bitch. It's that simple.
Okay.
No, you just roll really high on stealth.
I
and blend in with
removed
bookshelves.
Dan. I removed 250 from my equipment. So you
Okay.
add-
Do you have the like full party total?
Yes.
Total? Okay.
Yes. So as of right now, because I just gave you 250, we have 1,325 gold and 40 silver.
hey, ask him if he has a golden acorn too. He's
Yeah.
an alchemist. He may have it.
I mean, he might.
You guys need to go quick, otherwise we're gonna get discovered if we stay here too long.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm taking the vial, taking the gold, and I'm heading to the front door.
Kira, if you sneak attack and you wanted to use a club to knock somebody out, are you able to do that?
Yes, you are always able to announce your attack as a incapacitating instead of lethal.
Okay. Well, Carp, just do that instead if you get seen.
I have a crossbow and a dagger.
Hit him with the blunt side of the dagger then.
Good. So if Vakas uses Shillelagh, can he give that to Carp to use?
It only affects wooden weapons.
But he could give him his wooden weapon to.
No, because Shillelagh stops working when Josh lets go of the weapon.
Okay. Well, that was my question. Well, Carp, you're just gonna have to strangle him, and then I'll.
Let's
Like
just
I
go.
said, the
We're
back
wasting
end of the
time.
dagger, the
Yeah,
back
I'm
end of the
walking up.
dagger.
I'm walking to the front door. So if I'm gonna like go around and like come from this direction, coming down forward to the door.
What time is it, Carrie? Let's make sure these
Right
motherfuckers
now,
aren't
you're
sleeping.
looking at about 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. Actually, no, it'd be a little bit later than that, but it's still early morning, noon-ish.
Okay.
No, Carp, you're not knocking on the door. You're sneaking, remember?
Hurry up! It's fucking 11:15. Go.
Yeah.
Where are the other two
I know,
characters
I
at?
knocked on the door. Oh, they were hiding off on the woods.
Oh, well, there are no woods.
Yeah, we're
Oh.
around the next.
They're
They
just staying
are
nearby.
staying far
Okay.
away.
Yeah,
Alright.
can we pretend that this black is a building and we're
Yeah, there are definitely other buildings all over.
Okay.
Okay. So you're knocking.
Yeah.
Ignore that.
I didn't see any of them before.
Hey guys, his fucking manor moved. What the fuck?
Whoa.
Oh, shit.
All the way over there.
Tiny house behind his house. That's how we
All
get
right.
in.
We gotta go through the pocket dimension.
All right, so you knock on the door. It echoes throughout the house. Even Carp and Bacchus can hear it slightly as it echoes through the rooms. And finally comes over, opens the door just a little bit, and looks out at you. What are you doing back?
Very much need to speak with you.
He opens the door fully and kind of peeks out, looks both ways. And where are your friends?
They're waiting for me a bit further beyond. I've come here alone.
Very well then. You hear a small voice kind of echo through the house. Who is it? It's that half elf guy again.
Did we hear that?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
And you also hear a door open and kind of swing shut.
Very silently, I want to put my ear up to the door. I'm just going to listen for 5 seconds to see if
Okay.
I hear anything in the room.
5 seconds goes by and you don't hear any movement.
I very silently try. I'm going to check the door for traps.
All right, roll me investigation.
Oh god, we have to go by your rolls.
right.
We're in trouble.
Olivia, what are you doing?
Letting me walk in, or
Yes, he stepped back and is holding the door open.
then I will step
Oh,
in.
thank fucking God.
All right. Carp, you closely inspect the door and it does not seem to be trapped.
Is it locked?
As you try to open the door, it is locked.
I will bust out my what is it? My thieves' tools, and I
Yes.
will try to pick the lock.
All right, give me a dexterity check with proficiency. All right, and you make it look easy as you just use your tools to pick the lock. And you hear the light tick as you are now able to open the door.
You just wink at Vakis as you go inside.
I wink at Vakis, and then I slowly sneak my way in.
All right, give me
Yeah,
a
yeah,
stealth
just-
check with the plus 10 bonus from Pass Without Trace.
What about advantage for me?
Huh?
Because I'm creating distraction.
You're
No.
more than 30 feet away.
Advantages don't work if you're 30 feet away.
How's a 35?
Oh,
All right.
35.
So you're trying to slowly sneak through, lightly pressing your foot to the floor, and you just barely hear it squeak and you catch yourself. Start to look for a different way around the room, avoiding any possible detail that could give your position away.
What is this, Gary?
That is a
Can't
cupboard.
see it.
Okay,
Oh, that's
so
a cupboard? Oh. that was a
question.
chest.
I know they're having a conversation during this. We're just kind of,
Yes,
flashing back and forth. I can hear their voices coming from this room, I'm assuming.
correct.
Okay,
Very
so
lightly.
I'm heading this way.
Okay. All right, Olivia, back to you.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'd like to apologize on behalf of my party. I know they were a bit standoffish earlier. Or a few days back, I guess.
Yesterday.
That's a
Was it
awfully
yesterday?
brass way of putting it. Gnome woman, short, very rugged look. Definitely hasn't bathed in several weeks.
Sexy.
She's got her hair lightly braided, but it's been several days since she's done it, so it's for the most part falling apart.
Is she saying anything, or is she just walking up?
No, she just has a very pissed off look as she slowly walks towards you.
She's a gnome, right?
Yes.
I speak in gnomish. Hello, I apologize for the intrusion.
Oh, you think it's flattering to talk to me in Gnomish, do you? Speaking in a common tongue?
Do you not wish me to?
No. Marcus here doesn't understand it.
And I switch back to common. Then if you do not wish me to speak in your tongue, I will not. I only wish to.
Now, what's your business here?
Well, as we had mentioned earlier, we had found this vial on one of the ratlings. I believe there is something much graver behind it. I believe it signifies something much graver than we'd initially thought. I think it's very important that Oscar takes a look at this. And I very much wish to speak with him, although I don't believe that you will allow it. In addition, I do believe I would like to purchase a few potions if you're still offering. If not, I understand.
Acorn.
She walks up and extends her hand out. Well, then let me see it.
I will put the vial in her hand.
She kind of holds it and sloshes it around. Ain't much here.
I realize that. unfortunately, the potion had broken, and we had only gotten just a bit of it before it ran out.
What potions are you after?
Golden acorn.
Shut up.
Um, um,
I only gave you enough for the health potions.
yeah, honestly, I'm just looking for a few health potions at this
Yeah,
point.
but I told him to ask
I don't have
about it
enough
too.
on me
I know.
personally to afford much more at this point.
Very well then. Marcus, take care of him. Starts walking back. Carp,
Oh fuck.
back to you.
Okay.
You would have heard footsteps walking around the corner, maybe.
You would have roll me a perception to see if you can make out what they're saying since the door is closed. It's not going to be a hard check, but
Perception, that's not good for me.
Should have had that bird at the front desk listening. Or at the front
The
door.
bird's on my shoulder. The owl.
Yeah.
My goal is for them not to have Rishi the Owl. Ooh, 13.
yep, you're able to make out what they're saying, and you get the idea that she is probably going to be heading back this way very soon with that vial.
Very quick looking around. Is there a cabinet that I can hide in real quick?
You did see a cupboard right there.
Okay.
Aside from
It's
that,
still
this is just a small table with some cooking utensils. Almost looks like they use this table to prep the food, and then this is their stove.
Okay, I'm going towards the cupboard, and I'm going to hide in the cupboard.
Okay, you open the cupboard, and it is littered with cooking utensils, and they are not neatly organized. I will need a stealth check with disadvantage to climb in.
He gets the plus from Bacchus still, right?
He is within.
You
30.
are still within 30 feet, so yes, you will still get the plus 10.
If you find anything good in there, you know who to hook
True.
up.
18.
Oh. And she got a 14.
My goodness.
God, for best ministries.
All right.
And Josh is like, I don't want to waste it.
I mean,
All
you
right.
were just gonna fucking poison and kill them all. So what? That
No,
wasn't
that was
Just-
like if the room was full of soldiers, I was going to
Alright, shut
use a little bit of that.
Just as you get the cupboard door closed, you hear the kitchen door swing back open as the light pitter patter of the gnome steps walk by, and you hear the other door to your right open, and then a third door that creaks very loudly swing open.
Oh, there's a trap door.
All right, back to Olivia. So how many potions do you want then? As he walks over and opens one of the crates with the insignia of the Grey Cloaks.
How much will about 200 gold get me?
That'll get you about 4 of them.
4 of them. Tell you what, I think I have enough for 5 of them, if that'll do.
Very well. He reaches his hand out. He doesn't walk towards you. He just reaches his hand out, expecting you to come to him.
It's fine. I'll step ahead. I'll step forward.
He's got to pay for the vial to be looked at too, don't he?
I thought he gave the vial to the.
The
No.
gnome to bring
Yeah,
but
to...
I thought
no
we had to pay for
vial
it.
and put it down here.
Carp, give me a perception with disadvantage. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
All right. So you are not able to hear any of the sounds breaking through the cupboard. It is ominously quiet as you sit in there. All right. So, Olivia, you're partially startled as this lumbering giant zombie kind of slowly walks around the corner and just kind of stands next to you. Marco takes the gold from you and starts handing you one at a time, fairly slowly, almost kind of rolling his eyes like he doesn't really want to do business with you. But he does slowly hand you the 5 healing potions and then slowly draws the lid back over the crate.
Was he able to kind of see inside the crate?
Yeah, you could see inside. It was neatly lined with multiple potions.
Gotcha. Did they? I mean, were they all the same health?
They were
potions?
all red.
Okay.
The same color as what he handed Olivia.
Gotcha.
Would I be able to tell if there were different types or?
They looked like the same potions.
Okay.
All right, so he kind of brushes past you and opens the door again and shows you the way out.
Like I said before, I realize you won't let me speak to Oscar. However, I would like a message delivered to him, if you would.
Gamma will be right back with your little vial and an update from Oscar whether he wants to speak with you or not.
I see. Very well. I will be on my way.
Just
How
wait
long?
outside.
Wait outside? Alrighty. I'll step outside. And I'll just wait. Can I just like sit on the steps?
Yeah. And he does
I'll
close
pull
the door
out-
behind you.
That's fine. I'll just pull out a book and start reading.
All right. So some time goes by. Carp, you're starting to feel pretty uncomfortable crammed into this thing, and you're not able to move at all in fear that the pots and pans and clay bowls might shift and clatter and give away your position. But after about 7-8 minutes, you finally hear that hatch open up again as it creaks loudly, and you hear the small pitter patter walk in front of the cupboard, and the door swings open. And you just feel this sense of relief as she walks by
All right.
or walks
Cool.
away. What do you do?
So I only heard one set of footsteps, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna chill for like a minute just in case homeboy decides to come up, because I don't know what Dan exactly said.
All right. Olivia, you can hear some slight murmuring, arguing coming through the door. You can't quite make out what they're saying. Eventually, the door does creak open again. Again, he's only partially opening it. He looks out at you.
Peek around. I'll still be sitting. I'll look up and turn around.
Half elf. He said, come back in 3 days. If it amounts to anything, then you can speak with him.
I see. Thank you. And I'll stand up. Put
Nods
my
his
book
head,
back on my.
closes the door.
Yep. Put my book back in my satchel, and I'll
All right, Carp.
start walking this way.
Nothing has happened. You have not heard another person walk by.
Alley girl, did you ask for my golden acorn?
I'm sorry, but it didn't come up in conversation.
You bitch.
Okay.
We may have an audience with Oscar in 3 days. I think we
You
need to
ain't
get out of
getting
here
no audience.
sooner than later.
Alright.
Is Carp still inside? I whisper to him as quietly as possible.
I don't know.
What? Have you not been watching?
No.
I was taking a nap. What?
Literally just zoned off and started staring at the clouds.
No, you started looking
Just
for
got time
mushrooms.
to watch the door.
All right, Carp, what are you doing?
Okay. No one signaled me, and I know nothing, so I am gonna slowly get out of the cupboard.
All right, roll me another stealth check with disadvantage.
My minimal is gonna be 18.
Hey.
23.
I think I 21.
All right, so you are able to crawl back out without making a sound.
You bitches.
Gosh, I didn't say it soon enough, so if you don't want to allow it, that's fine. I did want to listen through the door, but
That's fine. You can.
okay. So would I hear him then coming out, or
No, you wouldn't have.
I see.
I mean,
Okay.
can you
Um,
even get a perception check of 23?
No, I can only get a
listening
22
very
at best.
intently,
Yeah.
listening very intently to my surroundings. I'm gonna sneaky.
All right. Roll me a perception.
Grease up those hinges.
Marcus, you don't even know what's going on in there. You don't even know if he went inside or not.
Oh, thank God! Thank fucking Jesus!
You hear the light pitter patter of feet.
I rush to this door since it's already open, and I'm coming out because I'm not going back to the thing. All very stealthily.
All right.
Is
Gimma
Carp
returns
kinda-
to the kitchen
yeah.
and continues cooking lunch.
Shit.
You're gonna have to
Or-
knock her out.
I may have a meeting for us in 3 days. We need to get out of
No,
here.
I don't let him talk. I motion to fucking go. We're getting
Yeah.
away from the house.
So we're gonna move this way back where we left Zalen and Durin.
Durin, come on.
Come on, Bacchus.
Okay. let's
Bacchus, yeah,
go.
just tumbles away.
So,
So at this point, what is wrong with your character? Okay, character is like sideways. So yeah, I'll let everyone know kind of what happened. I'm gonna pass around a health potion to each person, so everybody can add a health potion to their inventory. And so I did set up an appointment for them to analyze that vial. They said I should come back in 3 days, and if in 3 days it produces some kind of results, we may have an audience with Oscar. Well, I may have an audience with Oscar. I don't know if they'd allow for the full party or not.
Carp, did you get the paperwork?
I did not get that far. The gnome kept coming in frequently. I do know the entrance though. It is very old and is very squeaky. So I don't know if I'd actually be able to get in to there. If you get what I'm meaning, it just makes a lot of noise when you open the door.
Could you?
I
knock
also
her
did
off?
forget to mention whenever you walked in, you could tell that there was a fresh stew boiling in the pot.
That would have been some good information.
Yeah.
That would have helped a little bit.
Wait,
I
what?
would have changed my fucking plan.
What,
Do we
what
have
kind of
anything to poison?
I'm just
or
glad we
paralyze
didn't
them?
put.
what kind
But-
of stew?
I don't know, Durin. I am not a cook.
Do we have anything that we can use to paralyze them? Knock them
Look,
out?
we may have an audience in 3 days. I don't think we should make any plans before we get
That's
those
the
results.
chance of an audience, sir.
Right. And
We're
if
already
if
here.
that
Chance is still a chance. If we piss them off beforehand, that turns into an automatic no chance.
right, if they fail to find anything and they still won't let us speak with them, then we'll come up with another plan, a bit riskier plan.
Well, I mean, something about this has to be interesting. I mean, they're ratlings. They can't be that smart. They'd have to be partnering with someone to get a potion.
With how they've been treating us lately, even if they find interesting, they probably still won't talk to us.
Well, I like Olivier's idea of him going alone once again in 3 days with us nearby.
Also note you were on a deadline to meet River.
Right, we had a 10-day though, right?
7.
7-day. Okay.
We've already
Been
spent.
2
Well, I know we
days,
said
right?
a week, but I didn't
And-
know if it was a D&D week, which is a 10-day, or a us
It was
actual
just
week.
7 days.
Okay,
It
it was
originally was
7.
3. You asked for 4. She said we can do 5 or 7. You agreed on 7.
Yeah.
So
You
how
are
many days-
also meeting her in Phandalin, which is 2 days travel.
how many days has it
But
been?
like I said, so it's only been 2 days, right?
We
Yes.
are on the second.
Yeah,
day.
but if we take 3 days, that's day
Okay.
5.
And then
Yeah.
we leave on day 5. We come here that morning, leave on day and talk to them, and then we'll leave day 5, and then we'll still have day 6 and day 7 to
Okay,
travel.
but if
You're,
they
you're
decide-
mistaken.
Perfectly.
If they
You're
decide
going-
not to talk to us, then we gotta plan a whole thing in to sneak in here.
Or if we get stopped by the Grey Cloaks on the way back again, it's a whole nother problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can also build this second alibi, and we can go. We have 3 days to kill. Let's go to the Grey Cloaks and see how we can help.
I think we're already here. I say we knock out the old lady, and you go down the fucking chute.
I'm entirely against this idea.
Use
I'm
your
entirely
owl to
against
make
that.
some fucking noise so that the dude up front doesn't hear you making the squeak.
So I got a
I
good look at
don't-
that lady.
I don't
The
think we
first,
should
the
do
first.
that, just-
Whenever we first walked in, I got a good look at that gnome, right?
Yes.
And she looked pretty rugged, right?
Yeah. You all saw her partially your first time being here.
So I
Didn't
can assume that
appreciate-
she's probably the one that actually protects them if shit hits the fan.
I would think the
Um,
opposite. She looks weak as shit.
Yeah, they both look rugged, but nothing special. You didn't notice any discerning weaponry or anything on them.
Their defenses are their zombies.
Also has a beard or mutton chops and a goatee, so
Well, Vakis, I don't care much for zombies, and they.
Well, so you
Are-
don't let the zombies know that you knocked the chick out.
Well, I mean, they're reanimated, so they probably are tied to something. So if something
If
becomes no
anybody
longer
is
alive,
summoning them, I didn't say kill her. I said knock her out. If anybody is summoning the zombies, it's probably going to be the dude downstairs.
look. I don't think that I will refuse to participate in attacking them. I don't think it's going to get us anywhere.
I don't
don't
think
think
waiting's
waiting
going to
is
get us
gonna-
very well either.
Yeah.
We don't know that it won't.
We're pushing time too much. We're not going to make the contract.
And
Perhaps
I'm all about
not.
keeping my word.
But
These people mean nothing to me.
If we
I
can't
wouldn't eat them
fulfill
if
the
I met.
contract, there's no point of us to be here. We should just go on and do something else.
we'd only fail the contract if they refuse to speak with us.
No, we have to speak
No.
with him, get the paperwork, and hope he helps us. Otherwise, we still fail the contract.
Yeah.
Right, and we can still keep
The
them
contract
occupied
has
long
nothing
enough
to
to
do with talking to him.
nick
to
a few
begin with.
papers.
okay. Well, so we don't. Our options are thin here. Right now, Olivier has the best plan with this potential meeting.
I disagree.
I disagree.
Well, Zaylen, what
If this guy really is a wizard, I don't think that we're gonna be able to just stop him so easily. I'm sure that he'll have some kind of escape plan ready for him. In addition,
we
I'm
have
sure
my inhaling
he can have
poison powder.
he'll have the Grey Cloaks ready to storm the place if something does go wrong.
Durin,
It'll
what are
take
you thinking?
longer than that to get back here.
If he's in a if he's in a witness protection program, I'm sure he's got many fail safes ready to go.
I don't know. On one hand, I do want to go inside and see what she's cooking. But on the other hand, I don't think it's the best idea to go bursting in there right now.
I didn't say burst. You could easily just knock the chick out over the head with a club.
Can I, if you attack somebody with non-lethal damage, do they still take damage? Like if you're trying to knock someone out, would they still take damage?
They take the damage, but it won't kill them. It
Gotcha.
will
Yeah,
knock
if you
them
drop them to
unconscious.
0, it goes unconscious. But you still have to drop them to 0.
Yes.
So it's not like you can just, I want to knock this person out, and as long as you hit, it works.
Yeah, you still have to get them to 0 health.
It just won't make any death saving throws.
That's why a rogue would be the best for that, because they get the sneak attack damage.
Yeah.
Depending on the weapon will determine whether I do death saving throws or not.
That's why I said.
But it still gives you
Strangle
the
them with a
chance
wire.
to stabilize them.
Right.
I mean, I could stabilize him with my magic.
Lewis, check your messages.
Well, how about this? If the meeting doesn't go well on the third day, then we force our way in and steal
If
the
the meeting
papers
doesn't go
and
well,
head
then I'm
off.
killing everybody in this place.
Well, I would prefer not to be killing anybody here. These
Well,
could
I'm
be.
telling you, the contract is more important to these people that I have been rude to us the entire time. I have no qualms with killing people that aren't gonna. If you want to go your way, my way was to go in non-lethal right now, where we don't kill anybody.
Don't
So,
think
But if we
Bacchus,
have to wait
here's
3
my
days,
issue.
I don't
Here
think
is my
sneaking
issue
in is going to
going
work.
in non-lethal. They have someone in that door. She is cooking right now. I can't go in there. She's gonna notice the light coming in whenever the door
she
opens. I
is
have no
not.
way
You
in
have
now.
like a fucking 30 something stealth.
I mean, yes, I
He's
can be
not
quiet, but I can't affect
invisible.
the surroundings. I'm not invisible.
Well, use a mirror to check to make sure she's busy fucking cooking, and then you
Do
sneak
you
in when
have a
she's
mirror?
busy. You have a mirror. You have thieves' tools.
Carrie, would I have some cooking grease on me that I could maybe give to him to maybe grease up the hinges?
I mean, there's a stew right there. There's
Yeah.
probably cooking grease.
Since you're a
up
cook,
there.
I would say you have that.
I would. I'll have some cooking grease. You could try to use it on the hinges to maybe quiet them.
But Durin, I'm not worried about the hinges at this point. I'm worried about getting into that first door. Whenever I open it, she's going to notice any type of change in the atmosphere, different light coming in, a breeze
Are
coming in
these
since I just
not
opened the
like
door to the
windows,
outside.
Carrie? Are there no
No.
windows through this?
The windows are all marked with these red curtains.
Like I said, you'd have to do it as soon as she's super busy looking at her pot. You got a mirror. You wouldn't even have to knock her out if you could sneak all the way through and and grease up the hinges.
There's no way he can walk directly behind her and not be seen.
With a 40 stealth? Yes,
I,
you could.
regardless of how high you roll, I don't think that's how
But how
we're
do you
playing it
sneak up
here.
and fucking stab somebody in combat, Dan? You don't think you could sneak past somebody?
But 9 times out of 10, those people are looking at something else. Like, for example,
She's
whenever I was
looking at
shooting at
cooking.
the earlier battle, they were fighting with you.
Okay, but either way, she's cooking. It's just she's busy, concentrating. Like I said, I'm fine with waiting, but if it comes to
Do
worse,
we have any
I'm murdering these people.
Do we have any objections to if we get nowhere after the 3 days, then we break our way in?
At that point, it'll be too late.
Yeah.
Why will it be too late? We still have 2 days to get back to Phandalin.
If we come in, we get an objection. They're going to probably be a little higher alert at that point.
Would Zaylin know that we wouldn't have enough time? Or would we know that we wouldn't have enough time?
It's 2 days travel back, and we'd have to take a time to get out of the city again.
Barry said we'd have enough time. We'd have
Praying for
we'd
no
have
account.
5 days.
I don't think Carrie actually said
No, we would have on the day if we come back the morning they told you to, and everything does go smoothly indeed on that day. That's just assuming it goes smoothly. Then we have probably like that afternoon to get out of the city, take a rest that night, and then 2 days until that would be the end of that 7th day. So we just have to meet her in Phandalin on the 7th day. She didn't say when on the 7th day.
Is that correct, Carrie?
That is correct. You guys would have very little wiggle room. And you guys have been very stressed about the time it will take to get the meeting with him. You guys haven't even stopped to consider how you're going to get the information.
Well, I could take Carpin with me while I'm speaking to the wizard. He sneaks a few papers.
The wizard would probably come up to the top to talk. He won't bring you down
Yeah,
to the
I imagine the wizard wouldn't meet us in his study.
Well, then
He
he'll
would go,
sneak in the back while I'm speaking with him.
which I am fine with that.
So how is that any different than now?
Because-
Because
Wizard is downstairs now.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
would have everyone upstairs, so whenever I'm going down,
there'd be no
no
one
matter
there.
what I'm going down, whether it's a stairway or it's a hatch, it doesn't matter. Going down a hallway is very hard to not be noticed whenever you enter a room because they don't have many places they have to look. I can't be invisible. If I could
If
be
only I
invisible, I
was-
would do this without hesitation.
I mean, I'm basically giving you almost a free invisible when you
It's
got
not-
plus 10 to your stealth.
Okay, I can roll a nat 20 on my stealth check. If she fucking turns around just because she noticed the wind changed, I'm standing right in front of her still is my argument here.
Knock her
Right.
out.
The stats don't work that way. They don't make, like, getting a super high roll doesn't make you actually invisible.
Okay, would you say if he rolled a nat 20 and he got a 40, is he basically invisible?
No.
Unless he turned around on him.
No. Oh, I mean, yeah, that's if she turned around, you're right there in the open
But other than that,
and seeing.
would he be completely silent to where he could easily sneak to the other room?
How often do you just stand and stare at the stove when you're cooking?
Well, that's why I said knock her ass out.
I'll do it every day.
Yeah. And you would know that you don't just stand at the stove. You are constantly walking around, grabbing different ingredients, prepping different things.
Yeah, and the
Distracted-
freaking
distracted is what you're
workstation
saying.
is over here.
Distracted, yes, but you don't just stand and stare at the stove.
That's true.
She's got this over here. She's preparing the stuff with. She's got the dishes in there. Like, she's gonna be moving around
Now,
the room.
you guys also know it is almost lunch. She is most likely cooking lunch and will not be cooking after lunch.
Yeah, but my spell is probably already about to end, so.
It is.
Has it ended or is it about to end?
It is still
Wow.
active. It is. You guys have only been out here arguing for probably 10 minutes.
Well, Vakis, if you would like to go in and knock her out, you be my guest. I am made for damage, not blunt damage. I'm made to end people. That's what I've trained to do. I'm not good at knocking people out.
What are you talking about? If I give you a blunt weapon, you can still sneak attack with that. Which means you do more damage, which means you're going to incapacitate them way easier than me.
Zaylin, you're being awfully quiet in all this.
He wants to go in fighting.
Durin is unsure as to what to do. Durin would like to go in and figure out what she's cooking. Although he he definitely, I don't know. He doesn't want to hurt people unnecessarily. However, he does know that the mission is to get the information, and in no uncertain terms, however possible.
Yeah.
The other
However,
option-
once I accept contracts, I make sure I finish them.
A 3-day delay would give us essentially no time for anything else other than
And I can already guarantee these bitches aren't going to see us.
The other thing we could do is we could both go in, half on one door, half on the other door, and just try to take them down by force and try not to kill them.
Well, why don't we do the sneaking method first, and then if he gets seen, then we do that.
okay, we could all stealth up to the door and just have our backs against the wall.
One way or the other, we need to prepare for battle because the wizard will not give up easily.
I still think that if we go in for battle, it should be on the third day, not now.
The point of the
going
third
to
day
battle.
is we're not coming. I don't think we're going to make time. If we go in a fight, we're going to be hurt. and
Harry
wounded.
already said we have time.
He did
You
So I
have
wouldn't
time.
for anything
You have
else.
time to go in. You're not thinking about what if you need more time after that.
Yeah, he's basically saying we don't have enough time to wait for 3 days. to-
I'm basically saying if you guys don't handle this right, you're not going to have time.
Let's say we come back and he's like, "Yes, I'll talk to you. Let's wait for dinner and we'll sit down and discuss this." We just lost the day and we can't get back. We can't
Or
expect them just to
if
come
we
out and
roll
go,
a
"You're
one,
right. Here's all my
So
work."
we're exiting the city. We're going to be late as well.
If he says, "Let's sit down for dinner," while you guys are sneaking in and stealing the stuff, that works out perfectly. We only have to leave by that night to make it back, right?
I mean, we'll suffer a point of exhaustion because we'll probably have to like run through the night.
River
No,
was
what-
very
what-
explicit. She wanted the information in his head. So how do you intend on getting that information? That is the more valuable information.
I mean, technically, she said.
She
if,
said,
Extra thing.
that was kind of an extra add.
yeah, she said what was in his head would be a bonus.
No, she said we want that. How you get that does not matter. Kill him if you need to, and if you kill him, bring her his head. Her words were, "We want his papers, but we also want the information in his head." She said he will have a lot of information that he didn't write down. We want that too.
We're gonna have
But-
to kill him.
But she did not say how, or didn't care how you got that information. She just wants it. So your options are smooth talking him, killing him,
Or forcing him to come with us.
bribing him. There are many ways to handle it. So yes, they did want the information he did not write down.
And who's to say we're going to complete the contract? We could go down there, talk to him, and he could change out what we're doing.
That would
And
still
that's
be
and that's what I was trying to hint at. If you guys are trying to not kill him, what do you think he's gonna want for that information?
Why don't we go talk to them again and tell them exactly what we've been hired to do and that he has an ultimatum? Talk to us, or we're going to have to get violent.
We're going to have to go in both doors if you want to do that, because we can't take the risk of them going down to him.
I agree.
Well, we cut out. If we do anything now and we don't wait, we cut out any option of doing anything other than being violent.
No, I just said talk to us, and we'll try to make sure that he doesn't get hurt, and that
He's not going to talk. They won't let him talk to us, though. They wouldn't even deliver the message that I asked him to deliver for me.
You're not listening. I say we tell them that he either talks to us or we start getting violent, and then they'd have an ultimatum.
It'll probably just give him enough time to get out of there, to be honest.
Maybe
not just-
we don't know if he has an escape route.
I think it's fair to assume that he would, considering he's in some kind of witness protection program thing.
Yeah, but if you have escape route, it means you have other ways in for other things, too.
Yeah, well, it could
You're
lead
not
off
secure
somewhere into the woods or into another random
Do you
building,
think
but
he'd
we don't
leave
know
his
that.
precious gnome wife like that? He's cooking him dinner.
So,
Did
push
we
comes to
see-
shove.
did
What
we
is our
see a
decision?
ring on her finger?
The only reason we're in this predicament on time is because you guys made a big argument last time, and we had no way of negotiating with them to give them the
Okay,
vial in the first
okay.
place. 2
Give
days
me a
ago.
moment. I have another idea. We still act today, but we find a building nearby. We sit down. I turn my owl. I take a huge sigh because I don't want to do this. I can turn my owl into a spider and send him in, and maybe he can sneak through the cracks and crevices and try to get down there so we can at least see what's down there.
We won't
And then
have
that'll give us a
advantage
little
on
bit more
stealth
information
anymore.
on the back. That'll give us more information on the back end, at least.
At least I'd be fine with that for at least today.
I think getting that information would be important. More important than having the stealth. Because if we're going in there, we aren't going in there stealthy. We're going in there to
Yeah,
threaten
that's true.
information.
The only way
Well, I
we're gonna
thought
go
we
in
were
there
first gonna
stealthy
try to stealth
is
first.
on the third day, but I think we should.
Dan, at this point, I don't think we're waiting for the third day. at
I
all.
said if we're gonna do stealth, it would be on the third day. He just said we're not doing stealth.
Yeah.
I'm just clarifying what we're not doing.
Yep.
All right, well,
Um,
let's find a house so I can change this one.
Okay. Should we go like a block away, maybe, or?
We can't be going too far because now we don't have stealth, and now there could be Groklugs around.
Oh, and you have to be within 100 feet
what for what?
so
Well,
that he
I
can
mean-
communicate with his familiar.
Yeah, he can.
Well,
he can,
I would go and find a way area away so I can cast the spell
What
to
is this
change
house
him.
right here, Carrie? Well, that's
Just a rundown, dilapidated house.
well, let's
do
just
not
go in this
do that.
house right
I do
here.
not want to be that close at all.
Yeah, let's go. What?
But guys, we can't go super far because if gray cloaks are roaming around, we don't have advantage on stealth anymore. We can't just be fucking roaming around.
we're not. We're gonna go hide
I
someplace.
would just
Yeah,
Yeah,
further
so
away.
this is
I
a
don't want
rundown
to be the
building.
house.
It's
I don't
way
want to be
too
the house
close.
next door. I want to go 2 or 3 houses down.
Yeah.
Alright, we get seen.
We're not gonna be roaming the streets. We're gonna be like up against the houses.
We're
We're gonna go into one.
Walk. We will be fine.
Listen to the rogue.
And 3 or 4 blocks down, like Carrie said, that's gonna be more than 120 feet.
I didn't say 3 or 4 blocks. I've said 3 or 4 houses.
Okay.
There is a large difference.
You're able to get a satisfactory distance away and feel comfortable casting the ritual.
Thank you. And then I will turn him into the smallest spider I know. One
All
that
right.
a specific wizard showed me.
Heh.
In this
Icarus.
amount of time, Josh, you do lose the pass without trace.
Yep.
All right. So it takes me. What is that? Summoning. It takes me an hour to cast that, so an hour has passed. All right. So, Bell is now a spider. I'll sneak up, set him on the stoop of the house, and he will climb his way in. Does that seem like a good idea for everybody?
I think that's a good idea.
Indeed.
All right. Do you all wish to wait here, and I will return?
I'll be waiting here.
So
Okay.
And I'm just gonna find somewhere to sit. Are there any chairs in this old building that I feel stable enough to
You're
sit on?
able to stack some of the rubble up to make it uncomfortable chair
Okay.
or seating
Then I'll
area.
just pull out my tome and begin to read.
I'll just
Okay.
lean against a wall.
I'm gonna sneak up and put my spider on the steps.
Okay. It is able to squeeze under one of the crevices.
Do they have anything leaning up against their house, like a box or old shit that just
Yeah,
kinda run
there's
down that I could hide in?
Yeah, there's plenty of junk and rubble that you could hide behind.
I will very stealthily kind of bury myself to where I'm confident I'm not hidden from anyone passing by, doing a patrol, anything like that. And then I will go into the eyes of my spider and sneak around.
All right. The spider walks through and goes unnoticed.
So
As
it's an
it's
hour later.
slowly-
She's still in here cooking.
Yep, she is still in here cooking. It actually looks like she's starting to prepare bowls and stuff as she's kind of bouncing around. You notice her cut up some vegetables or hear her chopping some vegetables.
Can I see? I probably can't, but can I see how many bowls she's preparing?
You would have to get a higher vantage point.
Okay, I don't care that much. Moving on.
Okay. So you get to that door, and that one has plenty of a gap for you to walk right under. And then you come into a very rustic hatch. Again, you pick smallest spider you know, and it is able to find a small gap in the wood that has slightly warped. All right. From there, we will do this. As it makes its way down a set or a ladder. All right.
I'm
Passing.
assuming Carp is coming back to us.
Nope. He is sitting kind of partially buried in a pile of rubble, trying to hide.
Oh.
No, I said I am fully buried.
Okay, fully buried.
I am not partially buried. I want to be able to tell them where I was gonna sit and they not be able to find me. Is what I did.
Okay. All right. So this door you would see is not closed. It is partially ajar. As it walks in, you do see what you see. I'm gonna try to not explain too much. That way, you have to
Yeah,
describe what you see.
Okay. Cool.
You will notice this. It is made out of stone.
Is there a crack?
It is.
Sneaky. Spec.
I mean, you're intentionally leaving this where we can't see, correct?
Yes, only he can see.
Sounds good. I just want to
I was
make sure
waiting-
I wasn't the only one seeing black.
I was waiting for him to be like, oh, yep, okay, I can see that.
All right. So in this room, it is well lit. And you see a fairly heavy set man working at a table.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Do you want us to not know about this? Do you want us to just be?
For the most part, you're not going to know a lot. He is seeing what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, and I didn't say I'm staying back, so I'm not really repeating it because you guys aren't around me. And I don't want you to be because she's right in there and I'm not talking.
That's fine.
I will say, Carrie, if someone touches me, I feel it.
Okay.
100%. I just can't hear or see. Okay. I'm gonna climb up on this table.
Okay.
What's these papers?
I'm going to private message you in Discord.
If you'd like, we could just deafen the rest of the party so we can't hear what's going on right now.
Yeah. Unless you just want to message him.
He already messaged me. Okay, cool.
Actually-
Cool.
You said it to me
cool.
too. Thanks, Gary.
Is this more of the same over here?
Uh-huh. For the most part, it's what you're seeing right now is what is on the table.
Cool.
That table, in case you can't quite make out what that is.
Okay, taking a closer look at that, do I recognize anything with slight of my background hanging out with the birdie man, helping him?
Yeah, roll an Arcana.
Okay, cool.
Hey, Carrie. With
Yeah.
wild shape, can I turn into the spider that he just turned into?
Yes, you can.
Ooh.
That changes fucking everything. I hate you so much.
I didn't know if there was a size requirement.
There's not. I guess I probably don't recognize any of that stuff right now. It's a little
Nope.
bit out of my spectrum. We dealt with like potions of poison and shit, and some health shit. So now that I kind of have a high ground here on this, what are these? Are they what I think they are? Okay, yeah. So that belongs in that. Got it.
Yep.
I got another question for you, Carrie.
Yep.
Well, I'll wait till he's going to speak. Let him go first.
Okay. from this position, does it look like that was actually drug from that?
No, I don't know why I didn't just say no.
Okay. Do I recognize the clothes of the
Common.
Common clothes? So they're not like gray
No.
cloak. They don't signify anything particular.
No, they don't.
Is this the return of Odysseus's body? Is more people testing on it?
Okay, cool.
Like, what is this creature?
On over here. Okay, so that's a door.
Yes, and that one is sealed very tightly.
Oh, is it now? Is it now? So there's like no cracks and crevices at all here.
There is a small one that you think you could probably fit through.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna do it.
As you try to, you seem to be hitting an invisible wall.
Oh, ooh.
Nick, here, what I was gonna ask is, if I cast pass without a trace,
You
and then
can
I'll
concentrate on that while word shaped, yes.
Oh man. That's
So basically, I can put you on my shoulder. Anyways, continuing on. Okay. I'm a sneak over here. What's this? This like doctor supplies and shit.
I spelt that wrong, but I think you understand it.
Cool. Yeah, guys, it's aired. All right, so I'm going to tell my spider to perch up on the wall. I'll be back in about a minute. I want him to very closely watch this old creepy dude. And whenever I come back, he's going to tell me everything that fuck did. And I'm like, I want to put him in a corner away.
Okay.
Yeah? Cool. So while he's doing that, I'm going to come out of the vision and very carefully look around without actually moving. I'm just moving my eyes. Is anything nearby?
No.
I'm going to slowly get out of my hiding spot and make my way back towards the party. Do I need to roll anything?
No.
Cool. Well, that was fun.
What did you
What
see?
did you find?
Okay. Well, autocorrect is, or spelling correction is not figuring out the word, so. And I honestly don't know how to spell it. So there you go. That's how I'm spelling it.
Uh-oh.
That's fucking weird. All right. And that part I won't know till I go back to the house. So
Correct.
I'm ignoring that for now. Okay. Well, it is a hatch. And goes straight down into a cellar. He has like a study down there with a fireplace. He is currently dissecting a dead body on a table down there.
That was a forge with a lot of glass equipment. He's making his own vials.
Oh, okay. Well, it was a forge.
Yes.
You
so
said there was
he's,
a fireplace?
Well, a forge. I misspoke. I apologize.
Oh.
He seems to be making his own vials for alchemical work.
Can we see the smoke pouring out of the roof of the house at this point?
There are a couple chimneys that poke out of the house.
Perhaps there's a way in that way.
I mean, you'd be going probably almost straight into the fire.
We could put it out from above.
Or we could plug up the hole and smoke him out.
I have an idea. I left my spider in there. He's watching him currently. We could see
Oh, sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, but uh, I have my spider in there. I could sit next to the door, uh, and watch through my, or have my spider at least tell me whenever he goes to leave, and then when he does, I can sneak in and try to get down there quickly. Um, Real quick. Oh wait, yeah, I know. There's definitely a place I could hide. Never mind. um, and in case something does happen and he starts to go down, I can reposition my spider, and there's some places I could hide down there, and I could probably hold steady for a while.
Nice try, Dan.
What did I do? What happened?
It looked like he was trying to reveal the fog of war by moving over it.
I don't think that was Dan's hand.
It wasn't
Anyway,
me.
Oh, it wasn't. You're
That-
right. That was
that
Lewis.
I haven't been looking at the board.
What kind
oh,
of body was he dissecting?
he just looked to be of a commoner, so I imagine probably someone who died from the impact and they found lying around. He's probably trying to figure out what this is all just me and my brain going wild. Is probably trying to figure out what this meteor is doing to people living here and who have died here. I mean, us ourselves, we have seen bodies with no decay.
Well, I imagine he'll be quite interested in that vial we found.
Obviously not that interested if he's fiddling with bodies instead of the vial.
Did you see the papers anywhere?
I did see some research papers. There was he had some of them scattered about on top of one a couple of his tables. There was a door further back in the chamber, but it seemed to have some type of magical barrier on it that I couldn't pass through.
Could you? So can you tell if the rooms are directly under the house, or are they kind of under the ground here?
They seem to kind of
Match up with the house, I'm guessing.
no, it would kind of like go out towards the dining room where we were meeting, and then towards the front of the house, almost like kind of like I'm explaining, like it goes out here and then this way.
Well, I mean, the chimney above the house shows the smoke from the forge, so it'd have to be somewhere nearby.
No.
Well, I mean, there's several chimneys. Carrie, did you say all the chimneys had smoke coming out of them?
Yes, there are two that you can easily see that have smoke coming out of them.
Oh, okay.
And the orientation of that cellar is not correct. It does go towards the center of the house.
Oh,
I did not think of that when designing.
One thing we could do to make sure he doesn't get away, just in case, if that is a extra exit, is I can go in there with the spider and hide at that exit and turn into a giant centipede and bite him and paralyze him if he tries to run away.
Oh, is that a thing you can do?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, the giant centipede, whenever I bite, it does 1d4 plus 2, but it also poisons them 3d6 poison damage. And if the poison damage reduces him to 0 hit points, he's stable but poisoned for an hour.
And paralyzed.
Yeah, he's basically paralyzed.
Paralyzed for that hour.
Dang. That's cool.
But you'd have to reduce them down to 0, which,
True.
I mean, would potentially
Well, if
be
he was
possible
trying to
because he's a
run, I'd
wizard,
be
but
occupying him, and you guys could get downstairs by then.
well, the issue is not alerting the 3 others upstairs.
I don't think the 3 others are fighters.
That giant zombie's not a fighter.
He's a zombie, so he's pretty weak, but
He is a giant zombie.
he's not a giant zombie.
He'll grapple
yes,
you.
he was not a regular human-sized zombie.
Oh, well, he was big?
Yeah, he was very big.
Well, these are gnomes, so everything's big to these people.
They choose like someone who's kind of short. They're like, he's so big. We have such a giant zombie.
His name is just Zombie Carrie. It doesn't say Giant Zombie.
Because
Carrie,
you don't
change it.
know what type of zombie he is, but I did explicitly say he was a very massive zombie.
Is he actually missing one arm?
Sure.
So he has
Well, what is
disadvantage
your
on all
guys'
grapple.
plan then? I gave you mine.
How is he? Was he able to carry out the tray of food and drinks? He has
He
exceptional.
balanced the tray on one hand.
Yeah, he's very good balance for a zombie.
So, question, Carrie.
Well, look at his hand though. It's his special hand.
So most of the openings all the way to his chambers were pretty open, correct? But there were pretty decent sized gaps.
Only this one was opened.
Well, like I'm saying, you said this one was really rusty and it had decent gaps.
Yeah, the wood is pretty warped. This is a pretty old building that hasn't been maintained at all.
Okay, well, and this is probably kind of like very like me just trying to grasp at anything. With the gaps that I had my spider squeeze through, would I be able to cast message to him? Because it does say travels around corners and openings freely.
Yeah, I'd rule you could.
So theoretically, I kind of have an idea of where he is in orientation from my spider's eyes to mine. I could go up to the side of the house and kind of point down and actually get a message to him.
Yeah. Does it have a distance that it can go through?
So 120 feet is the range on it. But it says you can cast the spell through solid objects if you are familiar with the target, which is why I'm thinking I'd have to wrap it. It would wrap around, because I'm not familiar with him. And then if you are casting it through the solid object, I cannot cast through either 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, 3 foot of wood, or a magical silencing spell.
You might have to make several attempts from different locations to get it to penetrate all those materials.
It's a cantrip, so
Yeah.
Yeah, you just need to get close, try. Need to get a little closer, try. Until you get your face pressed up against the crack in the door kind of thing.
all right. I communicate that to the party.
What exactly are you going to say to him?
Oh,
I don't know. That's why I said something to you.
I mean, so we need to come up with something that you could say that would make him respond, but not make him freak out. However, I don't know what you could just magically appear in someone's head that wouldn't immediately make them freak out.
Exactly.
I mean, he's a man of study and of potions. I mean, he knows
He
of
knows a
probably
spell.
something similar to this.
He's a necromancer.
I mean, it's relatively simple.
I agree he might know what the spell is, but still, the fact that the spell is being used on him, he would know that somebody. He would know that somebody's gotten close, or at least, like, could see him or know where he is, and.
You guys just need to find his murder body spot. So then we can you guys will feel better about murdering these people.